This is July 28th, 2026. This essay is a summary of today's economy. And overall, the economy is doing okay, depending on how you look at it. It's actually doing a little better than okay, which in all honesty is surprising to me. In light of what's going on in the world, the economy is doing a lot better than you probably should be. Let's look at it from the 60,000 foot level. All the GDP numbers, look good. GDP is actually up 6%. Money supply and velocity are flat, which is okay. The US dollar as a global reserve currency is down. You kind of expect that. And the US net international investment position is down. But all in all, it's okay. Don't get worried about some of these details. I won't let it get that complicated. As we look at some of these data points at ground level, I'll explain them in simple terms. So again, don't worry. The job market, that's employment and unemployment, is essentially flat. Wage growth, as shown here in red, is down, which if you consider the rate of inflation, which I'll go over in a minute, is not that good. Wage growth has been slow or negative, and again, that's not positive. Next, we'll look at inflation. Virtually everything you look at in regard to inflation is negative. What you see here are in red arrows pointing up, which reflect high levels of inflation. Next, we'll look at GDPNow as a leading economic indicator. The Federal Reserve started or composed the GDPNow algorithm back in 2011. They did that to try to get in front of the economy and provide, investors and people like us some kind of leading economic indicator. And in all honesty, I can't tell you if it's all that good. I think there are a lot better economic indicators than that. But it's what the Fed came up with. And at the moment, 5 of these data points are pointing up and 2 are pointing down. And 1, being net exports, is flat. If you're looking to buy or sell a commercial property, or if you're looking to buy or sell a business, if you need help pricing those assets, go to the description box below this video and hit more. You'll find 2 videos from our continuing education courses on how to price commercial property and rental properties and how to price a business for either purchase or sale. I think you'll find these educational videos of help. If you need some help, feel free to reach out. There's no cost or obligation. Now we'll drop down to ground level. Again, we'll see that GDP is up, i.e. the consumer is spending money, which is good. But the bug in the soup is inflation. We'll look at some of these data points in detail. But first, let's look at GDP. As you can see, GDP, or gross domestic product, is up 6% over the last 12 months, which, again, is really good. Quarter to quarter, GDP is up 2.1% from the previous quarter, which, again, is good. The largest contributor to GDP at the moment is fixed investment. The data doesn't tell me exactly where this comes from, but my guess is there's a huge amount of money going into AI data centers at the moment. And I think this is where most of the strong numbers are coming from. As I said on the onset, the bug in the ointment is inflation. I'll go over each of these data points pretty fast for entertainment's sake. But what I want you to take away from this is the inflation numbers going back to 2020. And what you'll see is that upwards of 40% of your purchasing power has been erased over the last 5 years. It means that your dollar in 2020 is worth about 60 cents today. Bottom line. What this means is, yes, GDP is okay in terms of the total amount of dollars being spent. But what it really doesn't tell us is that if you're only buying about 60 cents worth of goods and services today, that you were buying with $1 back in 2020. Again, bottom line, the consumer's head is above water, but that's just about it. First, we'll look at Consumer Price Index for food. The CPI for food is up 34%, which means the value of your dollar dropped to about 66 cents. Next, we'll look at electricity. the cost of electricity has gone up 44%, which means that a dollar today is worth about 56 cents. Next, we'll look at energy. The price of energy has gone up about 45%, which again means that your dollar, 5 years ago is now worth about 55 cents. It's a day wonder, really, that people are a little bit concerned about AI data centers and the energy consumption that, they will use. To save a little time here, I'll just tell you a couple of the other data points. The average price of eggs is up 46% from 2020. Milk is up 33%. Bread is up 34%. The price of chicken is up 37%. And the price of ground beef is up 76%. Ouch. It's no wonder why so many restaurants are having trouble. And a number of them are, quite frankly, closing. One last data point. Let's look at the Producer Price Index. The Producer Price Index is up over 10%. Now, producer prices are the goods and services upstream of the consumer spending. Those are products that wind up on the shelf at Costco in months and years to come. What this means is there are inflationary pressures coming at us over the next 12, 24 months. And if you add that on top of, the various conflicts the U.S. is exposed to in one way or another from all around the world, inflation will be a factor, at least until the consumer pulls in their horns and just quits spending money. That will force prices down. But until then, only time will tell when all this gets flushed out. But that's why we're here. Keep in touch. Brokers, if you've ever woken up on a Monday morning and had no idea where your next sale or your next leads were coming from, I get it. I haven't had a W-2 for over 30 years. I know what it's like facing the end of the month with no leads. It's not easy. I've played this game and succeeded at it for my whole life. To solve that problem, I've developed a 5 to 7 minute video covering today's economy, much like you just watched. If you download it, it'll provide you with a private label EXP video newsletter that you can send directly to your clients and prospects with your branding and your contact information. The beauty of reporting on the economy is that it's always changing and never gets old. If you do this, you'll come across as knowledgeable, experienced, and competent. Feel free to reach out.